Gucci, see me loopy. I can't let a nigga shoot me, I'm in a two-seat. And before I speak about it, rather grab it loosely. Dirty crib, better dip if I'm in a hoopty.
Yo, Boruto haters, back up from me, man. Back up from the Boruto community because we on top. This episode right here just broke the internet. Kawaki finally appears in the anime, and wow, it took us almost 4 years for this one character to appear in the anime for the first time. That's absolutely insane to just think of. 4 years, that's a long time. And this episode right here, it was an absolute banger. And one thing that I love about the Boruto anime is that we have great anime canon episodes. And it's so funny because most Boruto haters, they usually say that we have filler, but it's really anime canon. Now, the reason why I say that is because up in the Boruto manga, we see Kawaki's backstory, and we really don't get that much information in the manga, because the only thing that we got on Kawaki's backstory was that he was abused by his father, and that Jigen took him in as his own child. That's pretty much it. But in the anime, up in the first episode of Kawaki appearing, we got to see young Kawaki versus Garro of him blowing up his chin. And then plus we have Code, and this is a tad bit off topic, but in the manga, we have no information on who this character is, but in the anime, they're giving us more information on his character. So it's those key moments alone that really makes the anime so great, is that they really go into the manga content that the manga wasn't able to do. So that being said, make sure you press that like button and subscribe to the channel, because our goal is to reach 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So the only way that we can make that happen is by liking the video and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. So that being said, let's get to it. Okay, so getting into the episode, we see Kawaki versus Garro. And in this moment, it definitely caught me off guard because Garro was explaining to Kawaki that they were in this tough situation and that they barely made it out alive in that event. You see Garro losing his 2 arms, Kawaki not having any memory to that event, alongside being able to heal. So the entire Garro organization are surprised to Kawaki's abilities. So the question is, what happened in this event for Kawaki to lose his memory alongside them barely making it out alive? And this goes back to what I was saying previously of the anime being so great that they're showing the key moments that the manga wasn't able to do. So I'm pretty sure that they're going to make it where Kawaki somehow gets his memories back, and then they're going to explain what happened in that event. Then we see Garro grabbing Kawaki because he's frustrated that he's not obeying his orders. And this is where it gets crazy because this guy Kawaki, young Kawaki, was able to use his karma seal to blast off Garro's face. This man Kawaki is an absolute savage. This little boy who's not even like 10 years old was able to blast outer car member's face off to the point where he lost all his hair, his chin is completely gone, he has to wear a mask like Bane up in Batman. It's crazy. Then we see Delta, aka Bay, having a conversation with Jigen, and she's upset that Kashin Koji is taking way too long to retrieve the vessel, Kawaki. So then we see Delta destroying Jigen's table and wine. And to all my manga readers, we know to not mess with Jigen. That guy is a savage, but he's nice with it. We actually seen Jigen come into Hokage Naruto's own home saying, "Should I take off my shoes?" Beats him up, sends him to a different dimension, and defeats the 2 most powerful shinobi with ease. This guy's a savage. So getting back to the episode review, we see that Jigen has some sort of power to have the things that were destroyed from Delta reappear as if nothing happened. And about 20 to 25 chapters in the manga, we found out that quote-unquote Jigen has the power to bring things from other dimensions, which is called Daikoku 10. So Delta ends the conversation by saying, "Enjoy your meal." And this is where it gets very interesting, because we see Delta going out to find Garo, saying that we have to go find our vessel. And Garo is 100% ready to go find Kawaki because he wants revenge of this little boy, making him go bald, blowing off his face, no chin, and he has to wear a mask for the rest of his life? Oh yeah, Garo wants revenge. So then we see Jigen having a conversation with Kawaki's father, saying that once you give him up, you can never get him back. And honestly, this quote right there was actually BS, because we already know, even if Kawaki's father was to say no to selling his own son, Jigen would probably take him anyway and then kill Kawaki's father, simply because Kawaki is the perfect vessel. And there's not many perfect vessels out there. So once you find the perfect one, you have to take the opportunity to take him as your own. So the Kawaki backstory ends off with Jigen saying that I'm your father now. And it absolutely frightens Kawaki because just imagine some random person that you don't even know takes off his black and red cape, a long ponytail, saying I'm your father now. That's pretty scary. And finally, the moment of truth, Kawaki finally wakes up and goes on a rampage. This massive amount of blue chakra just flows around his body and he's levitating. Man's a god. So Boruto asks Kawaki, do you know what this mark is on my palm? And when I said that Kawaki had a more frightened face than Jigen saying that I'm your father now, this was definitely it. He was very shocked. Alongside Dota also being surprised that this boy, Boruto Go Uzumaki, has a karma seal. And it's so fun to like just see the moments up in the anime than the manga, because I'm fully caught up to the manga, and just seeing everybody like just find out what the karma seal is, it kind of feels weird. And if somehow you forgot what the karma seal is, well, it's from defeating the Otsutsuki. And if you kill the Otsutsuki, they have the power to implant the karma seal on the person that defeated them, allowing them to resurrect in the future. And guess what? Garro, the outer card member, appears to the battlefield trying to get his revenge of this little boy destroying his face. And these animations while they were fighting were absolutely insane. We seen Kawaki blitz Garro, the outer card member. And then we also seen that Mitsuki said that he's fast. And we know that if Mitsuki gives you a compliment, oh yeah, you are a GOAT, you are powerful. So the episode ends off with Kawaki and Garro clashing in their rematch. And honestly, the first fight wasn't a rematch because you've seen Kawaki blast his face. So this should be the actual first fight of them boxing. And that will be the end of the video. If y'all enjoyed this episode review alongside my discussion, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. It's your boy Lord 7th, and we out.